Hello, everybody. Welcome to another live stream. We're going to be doing some multiplayer games today. It's going to be PGA Tour 2K21. Now, I'm feeling, you know what? I'm feeling a little lazy today. Give me one second. So yeah, I'm feeling a little lazy, low energy, something. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's a new diet, but oh man, I just want to lay down. So it actually turned out to be perfect. I didn't know that I was gonna be. Oh, what's going on here? Is it not focusing now? What the heck? I think I broke it. Give me one second. Yeah, so I didn't know that I was gonna be feeling this way on Sunday when I came up with the schedule. So it actually works out pretty good. So golf is pretty laid back, pretty chill. So it's a good thing because I do not feel like shooting monsters today for whatever reason. So let me switch over to this screen, and then so yeah, we're just gonna have a chill stream. I don't think we'll get enough people to have a multiplayer game right off the bat. So I'm gonna start a campaign game. Maybe adjust some of the settings. I have my regular name on there from last time before I came up with this Primo Yoni persona, and so I think I'm gonna mess around with some of the settings first, and then if anybody jumps in and wants to play, we can do like a multiplayer thing. If not, then I'll just do a career. I'll go into career mode and play a game or two. But yeah, I don't know what it is, man. I just feel kind of like, so one thing is I've been waking up, I've been going to sleep early, waking up early so that I can stretch in the morning. And it feels like it got worse today. Like there's like this little pinch in the back of my upper right shoulder blade that if I go like this, it just like hurts. So I know you're thinking, don't do that, yeah. But I don't know. For whatever reason, that's been kind of intensified a little bit, and so I don't know if the stretching is not working or if just not, you know, I did it too much or I didn't do it right. Something. So that's kind of a little. Oh, it's a little painful right there. And yeah, just in general, my energy level is kind of low. I haven't eaten junk food and snacks since Sunday, so it happens. I've done it plenty of times before where I started a diet and then oops, oh, I did change my name. Oh, okay, good. I started a diet and then the first few days kind of suck. You do get worn out. So I don't know what I pushed, but it is trying to launch something. I did the epsilon. I pushed the epsilon button. What's going on? Did it freeze up on me? It looks kind of pixelated. It's all good. So I might drag you down with me today. Or maybe this game will pep me up. It is frozen. Manage party. It doesn't let me do that. Doesn't let me hit profile menu. I might have to restart. I think it's frozen. Watching the little circle. Watching the little circle go round and round. All right, let me restart it. I think I broke it. Skippity doo dah. So relaunch this one. Oh my gosh. I mean, this is pretty chill though. Just in general, sitting here playing video games. It's not Fortnite or PUBG, so I don't have to worry about my blood pressure rising. Checking your connection. I always have issues in the start. So maybe something happened with that. I got stuck because it wasn't getting any signal, but then the thing would have dropped off. Oh, okay, it's good. It's good. It's launching. It's launching. Yeah, buddy. And it's not lack of sleep because I think I crashed. I was tired yesterday, last night too. I think I crashed like at 8:30, 9 o'clock when I normally go to sleep at like midnight. Sierra Road, what's going on? Yeah, I was listening to. I wanted to join SPG, but I was just mentioning that like my energy levels way down. Plus, normally when he starts streaming, I have to like get the girls ready, or I help get the girls ready. My wife does most of the work, and then I have to walk the little one. Even though she, by 9 years old, she's 8.5, but by 8.5, I already had a a job in Mexico. So, but it's okay. We all grow up differently. So she gets to walk to school. Then I got home and I just wanted to lay down, not even sleep. So for context, I started dieting yesterday. No, Monday. So this is day 3, and the first few days are always like that. Hey, Cloudy V, what's going on, buddy? Do you play 2K? I mean PGA. So I thought I had to redo my character, but it looks like I changed the name, so we're good with that. My player, Pivot Derby. What's up, man? I'm gonna see if I can play a round with friends or ghosts. Play matches with other online players. Create an online match for your in-game party. Okay. PGA. I think I was at the PGA Tour last time. We were glad to have you pop in for a few, and I was there the whole time actually. I just wasn't talking. I don't know. Recently, I haven't been really chatting. That's how I was when I first started following you guys. Everybody in the whole everybody in the Stadia community. I was a big fan from the beginning. I just wasn't a big chatter on the chat. And then I got a little bit energy boost, confidence boost somewhere in the middle, and I started joining. That's when everybody started kind of getting to know me. But I've been in the community for a little while, even though Cowboy says I just joined yesterday or something. He's just mad. He said I don't agree with everything he says. And hey, you gotta rest up when we just appreciate you for being you. Oh, thank you, appreciate that. Yeah, so it's not like it's gotta be the diet. I've experienced it before. It's just, when it hits you after a few years, it kind of feels new, but that's all it is. So I'm not sleepy. It's mostly like your body's getting used to a new way of eating, a new low carbs basically. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing low carbs, and so when you do that, your body doesn't have the sugar that it normally has. So then it just starts overreacting to it. Okay. But yeah, I love when I get to play with SPG and the guys being around. Do I have to change any settings? No, edit golf bag. What is this? How come this one's like on my player profile? Oh! My player. See, it does still say my name on there. It doesn't bother me, but I thought I changed it. Oh, you have to have a name? Nobody calls me Leonardo, so let me change that one. I'm just gonna drop it down to Leo. Leo. Do that. Doesn't let me. Same difference, I guess. So we'll back it up. It didn't change at all. Whatever. That's what I get. I haven't played in a while, but I have played it a few times. Need to get back into maybe. Yeah, it's nice and chill. There's nothing. It's not super fast paced. You can kind of take your time. It's definitely not. It definitely doesn't have a huge learning curve because that's the biggest problem that I have with games, especially modern games. Is the learning curve is crazy. So slowly, the more I play, I beat Rage 2, I beat Far Cry 5. So the more I get to beat these games, the more I understand how they work and how they translate over to other games, you know. It's your blood sugar regulating. Yep, exactly. So for just like, again, for more context, since it's going to be a pretty chill stream. So before Monday, I still have, so I'm going to try my best not to open this huge bag right here. I showed 2 bags in the Cowboys show. One of them I got taken out. So before Monday, I would just eat junk food and fast food. I would eat McDonald's all the time, every morning. I would go to get the coffee with no sugar from McDonald's because they're the only ones that offer it. It looks really bad right now for me. 322 milliseconds. What the heck? My latency is trash right now. So I would go over there for the non-sugar coffee since I got used to it. But then I also end up, where is the hole? I also end up, over there. Okay, we're gonna try to go a little bit further. Maybe allow for some bounce. So then I end up getting like sandwiches and stuff like that, and it just defeats the purpose of going over there. Oops, too much. It defeats the purpose of going over there for the no sugar. And so I got used to that. The pandemic hit and we got stuck in the house. So I would start like getting lazy and just ordering in. Especially because they gave us money. They gave us free money so we can order from restaurants because the restaurants were struggling. And so we got used to kind of ordering food in. Anyways, long story short, we got too used to that. So I gained a bunch of weight, and being in the military, that's not a good thing. Oh no! I wanted to go left. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's not good to be overweight for the military, especially when you're trying to get things done. So I've decided, you know what? Let me get back into it. I've lost tons of weight before. It's not like a impossibility for me. So I just wanted to give it another shot. You know, it's one of those things. Lifelong struggle. Get in. Buddy. Nice. Does that guy look like me? But you're actually absolutely right, man. That's exactly what it is. That is my having a high blood sugar content, and then dropping that by not eating carbs and sugar. So, and then yeah, my body's kind of feeling the boat because I've been in ketosis before. That's when your body starts using fat for energy. Because I've been there before. I'm gonna guess that it's probably taking me 4 or 5 days to get my body into burning fats, and that should be good. By next week, if I keep it up, I should be super energetic because ketones or fat basically, it's a lot cleaner burning in the body. And so I was talking about it a little bit in Cowboy Show last time with the Rock. I guess Rock is doing like a similar diet, keto, low carb, and it works at 100%. It works. Oh, look at this thing. Maybe I should have gone harder so it could have curved right. Oh no. It'll stop right in that line right there, right? Yep.
Luke,
yeah.
Unfortunately, that got a horrible kick. Ended up in the rough.
If it hits here, it'll go left. Oh wow. It's kind of hard to. Let's do that. Let's see if that works.
Going with the pitching wedge here.
That four.
This needs just a little work to the left-hand
Ugh.
side.
Okay, so it's been pretty accurate. Actually, you know what? I haven't been looking at the wind, so I need to do a better job at that.
Yep, that shot safely on the green.
That seems a little far. Oh wow, look at that.
Another.
Wow, look at that. Okay, so we're gonna go. We're gonna go somewhere around there. Try to get it clean in the middle. Oof. Get in, get in, get in, get in! Buddy! That feels good. That feels good.
I like it. Oh, he's feeling it.
I'm feeling it.
Take another look at that effort.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with my neck though. I think the way I sleep is affecting it. Better pillow maybe? Skip. I don't know who I'm going like that to, but okay.
Currently a couple under for the round. Gotta like it.
All right.
Moving up the leaderboard.
So I think my best game has been like negative 12, but then I see some of these guys, man, they're like negative. It's just insane numbers. It's like, what? I think I saw like negative 80 or something for Ryzak. Something insane. For the, I know that's for the four holes, but I mean four rounds, but still. All right, so win is on my, it's to my advantage, so I'm just gonna go hog wild, get it all over there.
Oh, this one looks to be heading down the runway.
Okay, do I control the wind, or is it like it's just random? I'm not even sure about that. So what I've been doing, or at least my plan so far is working out okay, is my sleep is definitely a problem. Before, you know, when you're dieting, lack of sleep is a huge variable to being successful, to losing weight. And so let me back it up a little bit so it'll bounce. And so I knew I had to get that under control. And so I'm trying to go to sleep before 10, which yesterday was crazy early. Oh, what the? Oh, I should have backed it up more. No. I should have backed it up some more. I thought that was going in for a second. Oh, that's going to suck.
Too much club on that one.
That's going to suck. Ah, no. How do I look? No, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, this is gonna be hard. They normally give you the right one that you need, yeah, but I don't know what I'm doing now. Hold on. What the heck? Putter. Hold on. What am I doing? Not that. How do I bring it back? Oh no, I messed it up. Putter. Oh, okay, I see what I'm doing. Okay. Putter is the closest. That doesn't seem right. R1. Oh, there it is. Okay. Just like a wedge or something. You know what? Let's just go with this one. I don't know what I'm doing. Of course. I believe the wind speed is random. Oh, it is random. Okay. Okay, so that didn't work. Why would they? Oh, you have different ways to throw it. I'm kind of upset right now with the state of cloud gaming. It's really disappointed, and I expected things to be a lot different today versus 3 years ago when I got back into it. I guess see, that's the thing with me though. Like, I don't really have expectations of it, so that's kind of what keeps me. Oh, a chip. Okay, so this is it. This is how this. I changed that, and that's what messed it up, right? So I guess if you. Oh, never mind. Okay, I'm killing my my game here. All right. Ryzak, what's up, man? I need to help. I need help here. How do I get it over the little hill? So I just overshoot it then, maybe? 9 iron, 8 iron, 7 iron, 6. It's not doing anything. Is it? Oh, norm. Okay. Pitch. Normal. Pitch. Chip. I don't know what I'm doing, man. So I just go normal and then do like the one that gets me right next to the thing. I'm just gonna do a putter. That's probably wrong, but it's okay. Get in there, no, is this press R1, that resets the shot. Yeah, but then even the reset shot, watch, I'm gonna R1. So that's, I'm hitting R1, that's a reset. And should I overpower it? It keeps doing the same thing. See that? That club up. Okay, so R1 and then club up, yeah, to like a bigger, heavier club. All right. This is like my third time playing this game, so club up. That, or should I just go all the way? Oh my gosh. Okay. Thank you. I didn't know what I was doing, so appreciate that. I don't think I need this, but okay. Well, that took me down on the board. Jeez. Ta-da! Yeah, thanks, man. Vocabulary correction. It's for. Oh, I see. Yeah, so I guess the benefit of not having any kind of expectations is that you can't get disappointed, right? I'm super happy with Stadia right now. Like, I mean, keep in mind, look at my screen. So all that blurriness that comes up here and there, that's on my screen. That's what I get. You know, I'm at 720 playing on a 14, you know, look at that. Right there, it says 1440, 59 milliseconds. See my connection? My connection is never, ever green. You know what I mean? So I guess if you're used to playing gaming on a PC with, you know, whatever graphics cards in, like 3080, whatever the graphics cards are now, with perfect internet and perfect, you know, 4K monitors, then I guess you shouldn't even be looking at Stadia as a replacement for that, because it's not there. You know what I mean? And so the only time I get into like Twitter fights is when people are obviously saying misleading statements, and statements that even me, as you know, as a steady user without the perfect experience, have problem believing. You know what I mean? And so all this stuff about, you know, like, oh, Stadia needs to do better, blah, blah, blah. They've been out 3 years. A console's lifespan is 5 years. Even if you include the beta, when it got announced and when it was being beta tested and before, you know, launch, even if you count that time, you're still within that 5-7 year window for a console upgrade. You know what I mean? And the benefit of that is that you don't have to buy a new console. Like, it's literally just gonna get better right there on the same screens you've been using, with the same controllers you've been using. So I think people's expectations for the technology are way, like, their imaginations are going wild with it, insanely wild. Like, you know, Cowboy, the same guy, and then he's probably, well, he's got a show. Well, he might jump in, but he's, what was I gonna say? He, wait, I had a point, and then I had to think about the wording, so now I kind of lost him. What was he saying? Oh, yeah. So he was saying that, I forget where, that people are rating the new consoles, the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, on how well they can play the older games, because when they launch, they don't launch with that many games for that specific generation. So I'm like, yeah, it's exactly. You just gave us the reason why Stadia is not getting all the games, but yet the other consoles get credit for it, while Stadia gets dogged for it. It's just the logic to me is nonsensical, especially coming from a guy who supposedly doesn't like nonsensical things, nonsense or whatever. He's always blasting people for not making sense. I'm like, you're making sense, but you're not listening to your own arguments. He's not the only one, so I don't want to make it sound like he's the only one out there. In fact, he's probably better than most other people, because at least you know why he's doing it. Other people just, they feel a certain way, and then they have to feel like other people feel that way, and so because when they're not getting those feelings reciprocated, they have to like convince you that the way you feel, like I guess because I love Stadia, then I'm wrong because they don't love it, even if they like the technology or whatever. I don't know. Hold on, let me see this. Let me catch up. Is there a timer on this? No, right? Okay. Yeah, Cloudy V. Lower your expectations, man. Always lower your expectations, and then you won't be disappointed. We missed your presence in the Wild West today. Yeah, I wanted to join so bad, but like I said, I was just, I'm slowly building up that energy right now. But also, William wants to know, did he qualify for the tourney? I wish I could make it. Been a crazy day at work and on Twitter. Yeah, I saw you on Twitter, Isaac. Yeah, it does wear me out sometimes too. I don't know. Primo is a contender now that he can club up. Now that I can, I thought about joining the tournament, but like I said, I'm still a noob, so I didn't want to embarrass myself. Hey, Michelle, welcome. Sorry, I was in a rant. I've never had an issue with latency. That experience is great for me. My biggest concern is the slow adaptation. I want to be playing against other cloud gamers. Yeah, but then remember that now every console knows, every platform knows that that's going to be the future. So now the competition is going to be king. So even if Stadia is not around in the future, which I don't see it, but even if they're not around, cloud gaming is going to be around. And then I'm a cloud gamer, you know what I mean? It's just that right now Stadia is, for me, the most convenient, the easiest, but actually the one that works the best. So I wouldn't be concerned, man. It's just, it takes time. How long did it take for vinyl to get overtaken by what was it, tapes, and then tapes to be overtaken by DVDs, and then DVD or CDs, and then CDs overtaken by streams? It's just streaming, I mean. And what's gonna be next? What's after streaming? You know what I mean? Chips in our brains. I mean, like there's no way to know. We don't know until the next one comes in, you know. So it takes a while. It takes a while for any technology. I mean, the computer, the concept of a computer is like, it's old. It's really old. I was studying electrical engineering, and remember, this is an old phone that I gave to my daughter for whenever she goes to with her friends. A computer. Everybody knows this, right? We all know this. We're all older. The computer they used to, first of all, computer that can do what this can do, 50 years ago wasn't even feasible. You know what I mean? And anything close would take up acreage, just square footage that you wouldn't even imagine, just to be able to do the computations that a calculator can do now. So you just give it a time. You gotta give it time, man. If you're too worried about where the end is, you're not gonna enjoy the journey to that place. So that's really what bothers me about how people come up on Twitter with their negative perspective. It's like, come on, man. Somebody was just saying about, they don't feel comfortable buying games on Stadia because of all the issues or whatever. I'm like, okay, so because 5 games, 10 games are broken, you're not going to enjoy the other 200. It just doesn't jive with me, my friend. Oh no, that kind of hit that edge. That hit that edge. It feels like I'm saying the same thing over and over. That's the biggest problem with me. You know what I mean? It's like I feel like I'm talking to a private. It's like did you take a shower today? Kind of thing with privates. It's like things that you're supposed to know and they don't do. So that does wear me out sometimes. Because of my favorite types of games are PvP games like PUBG and Rumbleverse and Siege, stuff like that. But right now with crossplay, it's hard to compete. I wish there were more cloud gamers, or just play in those other platforms. You know what I mean? GFN has those games. Just play on GFN. It's the thing is that you can't blame a platform because it can't do what another platform does. You know what I mean? You can't be mad at Stadia because they don't have, face cam when direct streaming because Luna has it. Because then you can be mad at Luna for not having party chat or achievements you can do the same thing back and forth. So it's like comparing yourself to the neighbors. You're never going to win that argument. Fear CV. Luckily, I have carved out a group to play with in my limited time. Yeah, what's up, Michelle? Even the missing games is not the biggest issue for me. Like I said, it's the players base. I really want to be playing and competing against cloud gamers, and they're just not there. That's my biggest. Yeah, I mean, it's an issue. You know what I mean? I'm risking it myself by making multiplayer game streams that I play with myself, but it's just a chance. You just gotta believe. You know what I mean? I guarantee you, if I went onto any, you guys ever seen those? What's that? What is that website where you can go and you just meet random people? And most likely you just see some guy's penis, but what is the name of that? Man, Harry Mack, a freestyle rapper, does it all the time. Maximili, the guy that dresses up like It and a bunch of other characters use it. I can't think of the name. It used to be roulette, where every time it's a random person. I guarantee you, if I go on there and do you know what Stadia? If I start asking people, do you know what Stadia is? They're gonna be like, nope. Okay, next. Do you know what cloud gaming is? Nope. Next. Even if I go into like a gaming thread, people are just not gonna know. So it takes time for these things to take track. You guys want to hear a funny story? Hold on. let me finish up.
Well, that's beautifully judged.
William says, like Matt TV lowered expectations. Look it up. It's funny. Oh, I'm gonna watch that. Yeah. Hi Sierra. Tell William howdy. Sorry I missed the stream. I was out of range of signal today. I don't like streaming my music. Yeah. So. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we just got to get used to it. You know what I mean? And sometimes it works for the benefit of us. Like the change in technology works for the benefit of us. And sometimes it annoys me. Like TikTok annoys me like you wouldn't believe. But the kids love it. Hope you're doing well. So, funny story. So, you guys know I'm a photographer, right? Most of you guys know I'm a photographer. And I mostly do Japanese weddings. I started out with just anything, and then I kind of started focusing more and more on a niche. And because I'm in Hawaii, and back in those days, Japanese tourism was huge here. It's lacking now, but they'll be back. So, but I decided, you know what? I saw somebody, I had the idea of doing a mobile photography studio for like portraits or, even when sometimes we go to the beach and do shots, you can have like a room, you can go take a few portraits, go out into the sun, take some shots there by the beach, and then do like a wardrobe change and go back. Oopsie, I messed that up. You can do a wardrobe change. Anyways, so I spent $35,000 on a truck with solar panels, inverters, props, cameras, flashes, computers. I mean, all kinds of stuff. A lot of money back in 2016. And I'm like, yeah, this is a good idea, man. This is gonna work for sure. And so I did it. I launched it. I drove it around. I got the permits for it. I got the insurance for it and everything. And when people heard about when they heard about the concept, everybody's, oh man, that's a good idea. You can just go, like, if you do want to do a newborn shoot, you just go to the mom's house, the new mom's house, and that she doesn't have to worry about going to a different building, having to drive right after having birth. You can just go to hers. You can go into their house. But if they're, how after you have a kid, everything's everywhere. They can just go into the truck. You shoot a maternity shoot right there, right? So everybody's like, yeah, that's a good idea. Or you can go to like parties and turn it into a photo booth. And so I did all that. I spent the money. I did the research. Everything was working out. And then I go out to drive. I go out to drive to get everything, get promoted, basically, do some marketing. And everybody thought it was a food truck. So I spend more time telling people, no, I don't sell food, and explaining what it was than anything else. So I was like, oh man. And so I told my wife, I'm like, let me do 6 months straight of just the truck, and then see how it goes. And if I don't start making more money than I do in weddings, and then I'll get rid of it, or I'll reconfigure it or something, right? So she was worried because at the time I was making more money on weddings than she was. So she was like, okay, she does have faith in me. I do have to admit that, even though I have to argue with her all the time. And then 6 months went by, and I was making, I would get a shoot here, a shoot there. I was probably averaging like $500-600 a month compared to like $5,000-6,000 from weddings. So I was like, okay, it's not working. So I had to eat my words. I mean, you know what I mean? Not that she never thought it wasn't gonna work. She just was worried about it. So it did. Now you can hear that story and think two different things. Oh, okay. So maybe cloud gaming is not ready for the prime time. So, everybody's going to start shutting down. But then you see everybody doing it. And there are some photo trucks that are successful in other states. So then you can also think from that, well, then maybe the other, can I hit that and have it bounce or no? What if I do that? What does that mean? That blue stuff. And they can be like, well, maybe cloud gaming is the future. It's just not going to be Stadia, and so Stadia is going to fail. I'm like, okay, you can get all that from that story, but whatever you get from it, it's in your head, because I never said anything. Nobody knows what's going to happen. So whatever you can derive from that story, it's really your interpretation of it. My interpretation of that truck is, oh, this is going to make me some money. It's going to be good. I don't think this is going to work right here. Oh, no, not that. Oh, wait, what am I doing? So it really is what you interpret of it. And it says a lot about your personality if you tend to lean negative, you know what I mean? Oh man, well, I don't know what I'm doing with those outside shots. So the way I feel, if I'm constantly in a negative, if I'm constantly in a negative kind of zone, I gotta work at getting out of that. I gotta do something so that I'm not always in that type mode, because it can't be good, right? It's just health wise and everything. It gives me this one, but I don't know if that's gonna make it. Am I gonna make the same mistake? Let me just do 1 or 2 and then. Oh go. Get it, get it, get it, get it. Of course.
Wow, that almost went in the hole.
Of course. Hey, what's up, Winstar?
Walk away with a par on this one.
I think we're good with this one.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up.
Cloud validation. He says it's all right, boy. Okay, I read that.
A one-stroke advantage.
I don't play on GeForce Now and Stadia, like I said. I don't play on GeForce Now and Stadia, like I said. Though, if everybody you face is playing on hardware and I'm on cloud, I'm at the disadvantage. That's why I wish there were more cloud gamers to play. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Then just play that game on hardware. I don't know. You know what I mean? It defeats the purpose of being a cloud gamer, but I mean, that's just like when I go to take my daughter to swim team. I can play Stadia with some skips, or I can just jump on Fortnite or Animal Crossing or, you know, whatever other game on the Switch with no internet, well, with limited internet. If I have zero internet, then I use a Switch with Animal Crossing or Zelda. I got the new game Zelda, which I gotta find the cartridge because my daughter lost it. I refuse the TikTok. Yeah, me too. I am doing shorts on YouTube though, so maybe that's like similar. What kind of food you selling? Yeah, all the time, man. I have to push them away all the time. You don't know till you try. You too, Sierra. Hope all is well for you guys. Have a great day. Hey, Primo in chat. Let's see. Thank you kindly, good sir. Same to you and yours. Yeah, so it's just you gotta don't limit yourself. That's a good, you know, that is a good advice. Look at my shirt. It says limits versus possibilities. You know what I mean? So when you put limits on yourself, it lowers your possibilities. You know, being on Stadia, being mostly like 90% on Stadia, does not feel like a limitation for me because I'm not a competitive shooter. I'm not I stream, which makes it easier for me here. There's a lot of benefits that for me, Stadia does not feel like a limitation. But if a Stadia makes you feel like it's a limitation, then, you know, figure it out and, you know, find a different, find something that would get rid of that. That would you know, that would improve your possibilities. You know, I play on PUBG all the time, and I'm gonna get killed anyways. Even if if I had a 3090 with a 4K monitor and top of the line cooling systems and all that jive, I would still get shredded immediately on PUBG. So, but that's me. You know, I should have been a -4 too, but it just makes me sad, to be honest. I had super high expectations for faster adaptation, especially considering cloud gaming has been around since 2009 and expecting Google. So think about that, right? So it's been around since 2009. PlayStation bought it, didn't do anything with it, and now PlayStation's behind, in my opinion, behind GFN and Stadia and maybe even Luna. You know what I mean? So the guy, the company that had the technology first didn't do anything with it, you know. So it's sometimes it's even better that it's on other people's hands. That's what the Japanese are known for. The Japanese people, which obviously Sony's Japanese, but they dropped the ball on that because Japanese people are known for taking somebody else's technology or invention and making it better because they're so detail oriented. You know what I mean? It's part of the culture, it's part of the language, it's part of everything. And so yeah, they just dropped the ball on cloud gaming, right? I mean, and then to be fair, they're known for hardware and physical things. You know, maybe games. You can argue that games aren't hardware, so they're known for some good games, but for the most part, Japanese and Germans are known for craftsmanship, and There's a lot of other countries, other places, other companies known for non-tangibles.
I will take that and a spot in the top 10 debut. Currently,
What PUBG is that a game? Yeah, it's a shooter. It's like Fortnite, Michelle, but it looks a little bit more realistic. At least the mechanics of it are a little bit more realistic. Graphics look a little bit older than your newer games, but I love it. I only played PUBG on Stadia. I haven't tried elsewhere. Yeah. Yes, it's short for Player Unknown's Battlegrounds. It's a shooter available on all platforms, including Stadia, and it's free to play now. Michelle, if you want to jump in with me. Oh, thanks. I didn't know that. Yeah. It's not like Animal Crossing though. Michelle's like, I know, Leo.
that looks to be a fair way finder to me.
Steve Perlman is on live. Got screwed over by Microsoft and Sony. They screwed paid developers to keep games off the platform until it died, and then they screwed. Think about just Cloudy V. If you have any doubts at all, look at the electronic vehicle industry. Just look at the history of that. You know what I mean? And it'll tell you that some technologies, man, as soon as they come up, if they're fresh, if they're brand new, there's nothing stopping them. Other ones, if they challenge a certain, a system or a certain hierarchy, they're gonna definitely meet some pressure. I wouldn't be surprised if cloud gaming right now, all the negativity behind cloud gaming, all the stagnation behind it, has something to do with the big hardware makers and you know what I mean, producers of those things. So the argument could be, well, Nvidia makes GPUs. Why would they wanna? You never know. Sometimes they're like, they want to have one foot in the door, but the other one holding the knob. You know what I mean? Look at the history behind the electric vehicle. That's going to give you a lot of insight on what goes on when a new technology threatens an older one. It's pretty wild. It's pretty. I think there's a documentary called "Who Killed the Electric Car" or something like that. I forget. I can't remember the actual name, but. And next thing you know, some guy says, you know what, I can make it better. And not only that, I'm going to make it better and give away the technology. And next thing you know, they're the top dog. You know what I mean? Richest man in the world. Because he just knew how to do it. He was able to fight off the naysayers. How come it's... Oh, really? Can I just do... I can't do whatchamacallit, a putter. It's like barely into that line, so I'm gonna try putter. We're gonna go somewhere around here. Yeah, the electric car history is ridiculous, bro.
We'll move to 5 under. And it's time to recap that play.
Yeah, but sometimes it's fun just to run around, collect stuff, and then wait till somebody shoot you or hide. So some people hide all the whole game, like my daughter, and then some people are aggressive and they hear somebody shooting and they just run over there. Oh, thank you, Sierra Rose, for stopping by. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Himself in a tie for third.
I do feel a little bit more energetic right now.
The leaderboard.
But yeah, Cloud EV, man, don't get disillusioned, man. You know what I mean? If you feel like Stadia is not doing what it needs to do for you, not in the news, not in the marketing or business plans kind of thing, just in pure performance. If it's not performing for you, then go ahead and go find something else that'll fill that void. But don't get discouraged because of what people are saying. There's speaking of diets, I was earlier talking about my diet. There was a huge debate back in 1960 something, or like in the 1960s, right around when the government tried to come up with a nutritional program where the food pyramid came from. And there was a huge debate. They couldn't figure out who was to blame for obesity. They couldn't. Some people were blaming sugar, and other people were blaming fat. And so, if you're a sugar producer, right, or if you're so mostly fat that came from animals. So if you're like a beef, pork, not producer, but whatever that word is for people that sell meats, the fat industry, like if you just sold oils and things like that, you became part of the fight. You would, if you produce sugar, you would advertise against fat. And then if you sold pork and beef and butter and eggs, you would advertise against sugars. You know what I mean? So that, never forget that that's part of the capitalism. That's always going to happen. Something threatens your business, you're going to make sure that people feel negatively about that thing. And I'm not saying it's all conspiracy theories, but it doesn't even have to go company level. It doesn't have to go government level. If you're a PlayStation player and always have been, or you're a PC gamer and or an Xbox gamer, cloud is a threat for you. You know what I mean? Because it negates your decision to buy these platforms. So you're not gonna be pro cloud if you're a hardcore PlayStation, Xbox, PC player, right? Because why would you? Then that would take, for the same reason you feel disappointed that there's not enough gamers on cloud. You're gonna be fearful that all the gamers are gonna get pulled from these other platforms. You know what I mean? We do it too, right? When we're trying to defend Stadia or cloud, we need to put down the competition so that we can justify our decision to choose cloud. Politicians do it against other politicians. Democrats do it against Democrats when they're running against each other. Next thing you know, they shake hands and they pile up on the Democrats. On the Republicans. So we all do it. It's part of the system. I know, and then I know that there's not going to be a resolution for it because you can't convince somebody on something that you believe. They have to believe it themselves, and you can't argue that. You can only, in my opinion, I think you can only experience change. And so when I jump on Twitter and I start arguing, I know for a fact that person on the other side is not going to be like, "Oh, you're right, my bad." You know what I mean? Oh, I missed it by like. Oh man. Par. What did I get? -2 still. Ooh, -6. Yeah. Documentaries are awesome, man. I love documentaries. They give you a lot of knowledge, and they're not all good. Like I remember watching. There's a vegan documentary that I was like, oh my gosh. But it makes you see what vegans are thinking. They're wrong. That's what they're thinking. I had a vegan girl stay with me, and she's super nice. I like her. No issues at all. I used to cook vegan meals for her because I was on hardcore keto back then, and there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? That's how she felt. That's, she believed. Those were her values. There's nothing wrong with that. I helped her out with the cooking and everything. But her argument was that the teeth that we have weren't made for eating meat, which I do not agree with. You know what I mean? But that's another thing with Cowboy too. I don't know if he thinks that only people that like him will agree with him. You know what I mean? Because he keeps saying that I don't like him or I'm going after him. I'm like, nah, man. It's just like I don't agree with what you say. I don't agree with everything that my wife says. The biggest argument for a while between me and my wife was that she felt private schools were worth it, and I did not. And some of you guys might be on the private school side. Some of you guys might be on the, just send them to public school. And if they're meant to be if they're meant to be smart, they're gonna be smart. You know what I mean? But I argued my side. I might be wrong, but I felt deep down inside that private schools is just a waste of money, just a way to flash your wealth. Because you can send a kid to private school and there'll still be doo-doo. Or you can send them to a private school and still be, 4.5 GPAs or 4.2 GPAs like my brothers and get scholarships to multiple universities. There we go. That's a good one. So you don't have to agree with somebody all the time for you to like him. If you do, then you're going to surround yourself with yes man, and you're going to end up as a very unlikable person. You know what I mean? Because if nobody tells you you're doing something wrong, if nobody can tell you you're doing something wrong, you're going to end up like certain famous people that are famous for throwing their friends in the, under the bus.
Three of them. Gotta say, this player is on fire.
I do like this game. You can kind of zone out and zone in when you need to. So that was what, -7? I was able to do a -11, I think, once. I don't engage in. Let's see.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rick Ford, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now.
William says, preach, he liked those documentaries. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, watch that electric vehicle documentary, Who Killed the Electric Vehicle, I think. And it'll make you think, you know what I mean? And it makes sense. It makes sense. It's just for the same reason I just explained. It makes sense that people are going to fight certain technologies. Go where the games are. You want to play for now, but definitely keep your eye on the cloud because it is the future. It's got to be the future. Look at Netflix. I wish I would have bought Netflix at $6 a share when I came back with 80,000 from deployment. I would have put 80,000 in there, but people fill you with doubt, and you start making decisions based off what other people think. I bought a Mercedes station wagon because my wife asked me to. I knew I shouldn't have bought it. I knew it, but happy wife, happy life, right? Worst vehicle decision I've ever made. I ended up giving it away because I've spent so much money. I got it for $10,000 cash. Ended up spending $17,000 before I gave it away. So, yeah, you know what I mean. Trust your first. If your first instinct says that cloud is not going to be the future, go with that, because you'll be way happier than if you just listen to somebody and choose cloud, and then cloud is not the future, and then you end up losing all your money or your games and stuff. So, go with what your first instinct is, not by what other people are telling you, because guarantee you not everybody's gonna see it your way. Let me finish reading this before the music is getting intense over here. Between switching between all the cloud platforms, I'm perfectly happy with the games available, more than enough for me. Like I said, I just want to have the competition equal. I mean, if we're being honest, I wish Stadia was a 50 million player, had a 50 million player base, because that means that my streams would pull way more views. You know what I mean? But it's patience. You just gotta wait. That's why I want more. That's why I want more cloud gamers. So I'm playing against cloud gamers and not against PC gamers on GeForce Now and Xbox and PlayStation players games on Stadia. The competition is hard. You should jump on SPG's streams, and SPG does PUBG, Siege. I mean, he does a bunch of multiplayer games. Ray does a bunch of multiplayer games. So yeah, I mean, you just gotta get it where you can get it from, because they have an advantage. If everybody was in the cloud, then it would be equal. That's what I want. Okay, so I'm gonna challenge you just for the sake of keeping the conversation going. But remember, I have no interest in any of this, but I'm gonna challenge you. So you're talking about people having the advantage, right? So technically, with my computer, with my desktop from 2012, I think, or 9. I don't even remember. It's been here forever. If I play on PC with my, let's say, 2012 rig against somebody with a 2022 rig, then right off the bat, I'm already at a disadvantage, and we're both playing on PC. You know what I mean? If you have, some of them have crossplay, so if a keyboard and mouse player is playing against a console, controller player, they're already automatically at a disadvantage. You know what I mean? I'm 5'10", 270 pounds. If I go against somebody that's 210, 200 pounds, they're already in a disadvantage. You see what I'm saying? So pick your battles. Like, it's there's a lot of options out there, and you're never gonna have them all. Opponent difficulty. Let's go with normal. Because even though I normally go easy, we're gonna go with normal because it seems like a chill enough game. Play event. Is this a different hole or is this the same hole? Is it going 18 holes, field size? Wait. This is the next event, right? It is the next event because it says 0. Play events. What's the schedule look like? Okay, it is a different. Okay. Well, let's hope it is. I'm not super sure. Because they have an advantage. Yeah, I don't engage in any of that. To me, gaming is gaming. Yeah, I mean, look at Witstar. He has everything. He has the tippity top of the gaming. Whatchamacallit? The gaming toys, and I still see him on Stadia. I still see him on. Do you have the Switch? I think it's the only thing you don't have, right? I've been on both sides of the private versus public and versus charter. You like what you like. Yeah, I can see the benefits of a private school education. I just don't think that putting pressure on your finances in the hopes that a private school is going to benefit your kids more than a public school is important. I think it's better for us to use that money to benefit their experiences rather than their, than their material stuff. To me, private schools, like I said, you have better computers, you have better, let's say, equipment. At the end of the day, if a teacher doesn't want to be a good teacher, they're not going to be a good teacher, public or private. Some private school teachers are there for the money. Some people, public, if they're in public school, they're not there for the money. That's a fact. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to cause any controversy, but I'm just not convinced that the money required for a private. I forgot to mention this part. So obviously we were, private versus public. The compromise was moving to a neighborhood that had better public school. So that's why we're living here in this new neighborhood here. So the schools that they go to right now, the public schools that both my daughters go to right now, they are the top public schools for middle school and elementary school. So there's compromise in everything. We're saving a ton of money in tuition. We're putting it into a home, a bigger house, with a yard and a full-size kitchen, and you know what I mean? So to me, that's worth more than just having and they get laptops, so they get Chromebooks in the schools right now. Oh, I didn't even check the line of sight for that one. Guys in the house. Let's see. The best thing you can do for your children's education is to be deeply involved from day one. Yeah. And then I need to work on that. I don't help them with the homework as much as I should. I'm the math guy. My wife is not. So we should kind of split it so I can help them with the math and science. And then she can help with the reading and, social studies because she's a good reader. She reads all the time. After deployment, I bought a 2-seater BMW, a 2000 Z3, and then got married, had a kid, and traded it in. Yeah, because you have to. Otherwise, you can't afford the kids and the wife all in a year. I don't regret it, though, because I bought it to learn to drive stick and force myself to. Well, and then if you bought it and you resold it because it didn't fit, and then that's the lesson you get from it. You know what I mean? So there's lessons to learn from all of that, you know. So with the car situation, with that Mercedes that I talked about earlier, the lesson I got from that is go with your gut. So now I double, triple, quadruple think whether I should go against what my original thoughts were, and that's how we ended up with no private school but a better neighborhood. It's all the little life lessons kind of build up into your personality, into who you are. One advice I always give my young privates is have a 5-year plan minimum. Oh, what happened right here? Have a 5-year plan minimum, because when the time comes for you to make big life-changing decisions, if you have at least a tentative 5-year plan, it'll be a lot easier versus not knowing what you're going to be doing in 5 years. So you just willy-nilly make decisions. Okay, I'll take A on this one. Okay, let's go for D. All of the above. You know what I mean? So it's a lot easier when you have an actual goal, a vision. You know, so I've always had a 10-year. 5-year for sure, 10-year all the time. So my 10-year vision now, right, my 10-year goal, and you guys heard me talk about this all the time. When my girls graduate high school, I got their money I'm getting their money together for college, and then I'm moving to Mexico and semi-retire, you know. It depends on the state, but I agree with you. Also, what up? For the private public schools, if you went to private school, you're never gonna see my way. I've learned my lesson on that. Anybody who went to private school, regardless of what I say or how I argue it, it's always gonna be like, whoa, it was good for me, I have good friends. I'm like, yeah, but then you could have had the same thing in public school. But yeah, you know what I mean. So I found that there's some arguments you're just never gonna get anybody on your side, which is fine. We can still talk about it and be friends. Kai's in the house. They don't try hard enough with public schools. They stuff 30 kids in one classroom and hold them there for 8 hours, and the poor teachers don't get paid well. Exactly. So if they're there, they care about teaching. I'm not saying those are all good things. My argument is that you can put a smart kid in a private school like that, and they're still going to be smart. They're still going to stand out. They're still going to be valedictorian. They're still going to be able to get, scholarships and get straight A's, and you know what I mean. The girl that I told you guys that works in Google, she went to the same schools that my girls are going to, private schools, works for Google. Just got her master's degree a couple weeks ago. Michelle, that's good. I went to a good public school too. We had 5 high schools in my town. I enjoyed it mostly. I hated when my dad would help with homework. He was not the best teacher. He had no patience. I have no patience. That's one of the reasons, but I have to get there. I have to. I was an instructor for 16 years for the military with plenty of patience for them, but I guess when they're your own kids, it's a little bit different. Retiring this early, nice. How's the VA appointment going? So I did the VA appointment. We're gonna try to do this the stuff that they don't need paperwork for. We're gonna try to get that done, but I still need to send them a bunch of paperwork for the other stuff, the actual injuries and the things that hurt, the things that I went to sick call for. I need to send them those paperworks. So hopefully they don't just and deny it because they didn't get my paperwork in time since I was gone to the annual training. We are down to one high school now. I went to public school. I turned okay. Yeah, I turned out okay. Yeah, me too. I went to South Central. I went to a high school in South Central. Isn't that? And then I'm not dead. First of all, I technically didn't graduate. I graduated like a month later or whatever. But I turned out okay. You know what I mean? And my brother went to the exact same high school, and he got multiple scholarships. My older sister, went to the same high school and ended up for a flight attendant school. trade school. So you know, different paths for everybody. I'm struggling on this one now.
It's got a chance.
Boom, boom, send it.
And down she goes.
Yeah, so I've met my best friend is a pro private school kid, even though his kids go to public school because of the money. South Central, yeah, South Central Los Angeles for elementary school. I went to East LA for middle school on a bus. That was rough. It was rougher being in a school with mostly Hispanics than it was in a school with mostly black and Hispanic. You know what I mean? Like, actually, I think it was like a 50-50 split for elementary school. But, hey, like I said, I'm still alive. Wind is, okay, wind isn't too bad. Oh, what happened right there? How come, I did the wrong one. You probably went to school with my uncle and his family. Maybe. I graduated in 98. Is that how old your uncle is? Oh, look at that. Nice. You see the biggest difference with private versus public in New York, Cali, and yeah, with the big states with huge urban communities. Yeah. But you might be able to convince me in certain cities the private is better once you start arguing like gun violence and gang violence and stuff like that, then you might win that argument with me. But then the question still remains, can we afford private school? Is private school worth the money to, you know what I mean? You downgrade your regular lifestyle to be able to, you know, have more resources in school, you know. Who's this guy? Oh, I see what they're doing there. That's a competition. I didn't realize it just now. You're probably all you young whippersnappers, yeah. 98. I mean, you're not that far ahead of me. I mean, you know what I mean? Oh, snap. What did I push? I don't know what I pushed. Oh, I think I just broke it. For some reason, the ... button is causing problems. Yep. He's still moving, look. I think I just broke it. I just know living in California, you just have to grow up and assume someone is a part of something. If not, everyone is affiliated in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, they're either in it or they have a family member in it. I don't think it's worth it in California because the only perk is being exclusive. Education seems like a low priority to the state, especially when it comes to money. Yeah, LAUSD is not known for great things. When I was in middle school, they took away our school buses. Well, the only reason I took the buses is because it was a magnet school. Oh man, I think I'm gonna have to like reset this thing. So that's the second time that I pushed the ... button, and it freezes. So does that mean, do I get to come back on this game? Oh no. Exit. Oh, I'm gonna have to redo that one. Should we report this one? Hit 2K? Well, 2K is not gonna do anything about it. School bus was the cheapest cause. School sold the bus pass. Wait. Oh yeah. No, but you're talking, so I'm talking about the yellow bus, not the public bus, right? School bus was the cheapest because I don't think we paid for a school bus. Remember, we're in the ghetto, so I don't think if we had to pay for anything, nobody would buy it. We didn't have school buses when I was in school. You had horse pulled carriages. You set yourself up with that one, Michelle. I mean, I can only let so many go. Who fed the horses? Michelle's gonna be mad at me. Yeah, it was public buses for us. Yeah, so it's funny too because I walk my 8-year-old to school, which I guess, I mean, it's what she wants. It's not like we want to. We try to tell her to go by herself. She doesn't want to. She says she's scared. Literally 3 blocks away. It's okay. But when I was 8, no, when I was 8, I was in Mexico. When I was 9, my mom took me to the school the first time to show me the path, the gate, and the classroom. And then second day, I was walking by myself for the rest of my school years. And then I would walk to the bus stop when I went to middle school. And then I would walk to high school, which was a few blocks away from a middle school. I mean, from my elementary school. Famous for race wars. But luckily, nothing crazy happened when I was there. Do you think our society will evolve into a cyberpunk super tech society like Akira, the movie? No, I don't think so. I think we're too in our ways. We just burn it down and start over before it gets that high speed. This is what I was playing, right? Oh man, I'm still level 9. Did it not save anything? I thought I moved to... Oh, okay. Alright, it's gonna be my last round here. That guy looks familiar. He looks like one of my co-workers in the army. Samoan guy. Yeah, when I was 8, I was walking by myself and wouldn't go home till like 8 p.m. was so bad in the ghetto too. Yeah. Well, I had to be home by the time it got dark, but we lived across the street from a park, so we could be at the park pretty much all day, all night. But I just hung out at my friend's house and ran back home when it gets dark. Yeah. I grew up in a super suburban town, and we still weren't allowed to wear solids of certain colors because of gangs. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we knew that from the beginning in my neighborhood. I was like, yeah, don't wear that. I mean, even just as like this kid that didn't speak English and didn't wear colors, or gang colors, or any of that. Even then, I would get stopped by little gang members and they take my money or I didn't have money. They take my like shoes or it's happened. Actually, they did take my money. I was going to the swap meet once, and two kids stopped me, like a 16-year-old and probably like another one my age, 9, 10-year-old, and they're like, "Hey, where you from?" I say, no, they were black dudes, so they're like, "Hey, where you from, homie?" And then I was like, "Mexico." They're like, "What?" They were asking which gang I was from, but I don't know. I didn't speak English. I just understood enough that I knew what they were asking. Mexico, and they're like, and then they just started patting my pockets. Found the $20 that my mom gave me for tostadas, and they took it and ran. And then I tried to be all brave, so I ran after them. And as soon as I realized they were going into the projects, I'm like, I'm just gonna have to tell my mom to take my money. It's not the only time. It happened plenty of times, so don't feel bad for me. It's just it was what it was. The benefit now is I don't back up from fights. So, I mean, if it has if I have to fight, I can fight. I usually avoid it by being more of a what's the word? Not war, but diplomacy. I'll be more diplomatic. But it happens. It might not happen in rich neighborhoods with private schools, but what do they get out of, you know what I mean? Out of living that kind of life? What's a life lesson? If your parents are rich enough, they'll protect you, so don't worry about it.
They've got the 5-wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, good safe shot this
And so when my mom yelled at me, she's like, "Why'd you let him take it?" I'm like, "What do you want me to do?" My mom was more mad than
That's well played.
my mom was meaner than the two kids that took my money.
Way, but I tell you what, I've seen it happen
Yeah.
before, so there's a chance.
You hated competitions, but I have I will wake the dragon. Yeah, wake the beast. Yeah, my sister loved fighting, man. She was always fighting. Yeah, I think I told you guys a story where there was a girl that I liked, and she ended up. My sister ended up beating her up, and I didn't even know it was my sister until one day when I was sitting next to the girl, you know, and my sister walks by and starts mocking her. And I was like, "Oh, what's up with that?" He's like, "That's the girl that beat me up." I'm like, "Oh, snap. Hey, that's the second one." There's like, that sucks.
Well, Rich, think they can make this one?
I really can't say I'm a fan of their chances on this one, Luke, but I tell you
I'm
what,
not a fan of their chances in this one.
Yeah, good putt. Well hold.
But your mom beat you for that. She didn't beat me, but she yelled at me. She had to give me another $20 so I can go. Don't get them stolen this time. But yeah, my mom stopped beating me when her slipper would swing back and hit her back on it. So if she's holding the slipper like this, she hit me, and then the slipper would bounce back and hit her in the hand. And then she tried the belt, and the belt would do the same thing. So she just gave up on beatings. I think I was like 14 or 15. And she beat me because I flipped off my stepdad. He said something. I flipped him off, and then he told my mom. My mom came and tried to discipline me, and then her hand couldn't take it. I mean, I was already 230 plus pounds, so you know, she's never been over 140, maybe tops. So, joke's on you, Mom. It was funny. It never hurt when she hit me. See, this is why I avoid dating dudes with sisters. Yeah, my sister, yeah, she'd definitely choke you out.
To play their third.
She's no joke. She used to fight football players, like actual football players, in public, in front of teachers, in front of the principal. She didn't care. Man, how she didn't end up like a chola, I don't understand. I think her cheerleader friends got her all, "Oh, get it. Oh, buddy. Nice. I think all her cheerleader friends got her out of that. If she didn't become a cheerleader, she would have definitely been a chola, stabbing people in the throat for looking at them. What are you looking at, eh? Why don't you take a picture? And then boom, knife, throat, done. Yeah, buddy, that was a nice one. That was the closest I've been to a hole-in-one.
Hammerman on the ground. John, he's down there. What's the news?
When's your sister's birthday? July 9th.
looking great.
July 9th.
Well, that should limit the damage.
79, 78, 79. 7979. Oh, I just realized that this whole time.
Hole behind us. Let's have a look at the
What?
contenders and the pretenders.
How did I just realize that? 7979. That's... Somebody clip this. She's not gonna believe it. 7979.
Momentum with this player coming off
What?
the last.
How did I miss that this whole time? It's gonna bother me for now forever. She's 1 year older than me, so I've known for this I've known that my entire life, and just now at 42 years old, I realized that her birthday is 7979. Oh, that would have been so pretty. Okay, no, that's not pretty now. That is crazy. July 9th,
That one,
79.
the birdie range, but you never
My daughter's 7'3".
still counts.
Yeah, it's 7'9".
Side chance of the birdie.
It's not 7'7". It's 7'9".
Still good.
79. That is wild. Oh my gosh, man. That's gonna trip me out for the rest of the stream. 1, 2. Let's go 1, 2. How close am I gonna get? Right here. If it goes in, oh my, nope, not even close. Ooh, see this doing this little thing right here makes my neck hurt. That is too funny. My brother is 10, 15, 77. Okay. Mine's 8, 20, 80. So the one that I did catch for myself is that I did my email address for Gmail. And the last numbers I did 880 because August 80. But then I'm like, oh man, I'm in Hawaii. I could have done 808. That way 88. And that would have been my birthday still. And still kind of reference Hawaii a little bit. Man. Your bro's a Libra. Your bro's, what does that mean? She's a Libra? Yeah, whatever they say. If Libras are supposed to be strong and mean, that's my sister. Yeah, she used to go off on me, man. But we're better now.
So after that hole,
It's funny. I used to get along better with my older brother than my older sister. I think me and my sister were too close in age. But now it's the reverse. Now I can't stand my older brother, man. He's like a conspiracy theorist. You know, everybody sucks. He's like the typical Twitter personality. All, you know, like crazy stuff. And he's the one with the master's degree in psychology. You know what I mean? I'm starting to doubt if he even has a master's degree, just the way he talks. It's like, man, he thinks the pandemic was a hoax, and then that the government is Illuminati and all that stuff. I'm sure that's all the references you needed to figure out what kind of person he's. Tall, good-looking guy, but can't get everything. He got the height and the looks. I got the common sense, for sure, guarantee. And he got the brain, but I guess the brain breaks after a certain amount of of analyzing things. Right, about having a master's. Oh yeah. Well, he didn't lie because I was there. I went to his college. I mean, unless he lied about graduating, but he was definitely in college. I went to his dorms. Yeah, he thinks COVID is fake and it's just a way to control us or something. All the stuff you hear about QAnoners, even though he's living in Mexico. Yeah. Oh my God, how many times am I going to do that?
this is a par putt.
Bruh.
Well hold.
Yeah, I'm struggling with this game here. So there's something that's breaking the dot button, so I'm not gonna touch it unless I do it by mistake. But yeah, it's need to report it.
Here we are at the final
What did all those poor people die of then? Yeah, you can't ask him that. He'll be like, oh, anything. Like my uncle died from COVID, right? Died from COVID. He had COVID. It got him sick enough that he died. When I told that to my brother, he was like, yeah, but he had cancer already. Okay. I'm like, yeah, for years. Cancer didn't kill him for years. COVID hits and then all of a sudden he's dead. Come on, man. He just doesn't. It's upsetting because he was one of the like really genuinely well-respected uncles. But, you know, there's no point. My uncles hate my brother because he's always arguing with them. He's always, you know, I mean, my uncles don't say the best things all the time either, but I don't argue. I'm just like, and I move on.
sitting at 3 under
You know.
tied for second place.
Oh, wow. Can I reach all the way over there? Should I risk it? Risk it for the biscuit? What do you guys think? I say we risk it for the biscuit. Let's do it. Max power. Bam.
Always like it when they take the big dog and let it rip from the middle of the fairway.
Big dog, baby. Ah. Don't go. Stop, 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 stop. Oh, that grass. Okay.
Apart from the
A
green
little too strong.
in the greenside rough.
Let's risk it again. That's not what I want. I want this. And then I want that. And then I want to hit this. That's not crazy. That's not too crazy. Let's go this away. Oh wait, right there. No, that's not it. Oh, that's what throws me off actually. So if it's centered like this, it's gonna go that way. So what? Hold on. So I gotta go the difference of this, right? Or is it this one? Let's just risk it. I went too much. The first one was right. Trust your first instinct, man. That first one was right.
Up and down.
Okay, well now I know. What? Oh, yeah, Dios mío. All right, so now I just gotta give it a little. Get in. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, man.
That's enough. This would be a great par putt if you can make this.
Bruh. Maybe I should have just gone with that first long shot. Well, I destroyed my chances with that. Oh, what happened? Oh, no. I thought it was stuck again. Get in. Get in.
Yep.
All right. A lot of people in the South say COVID was fake despite their Meemaws dying. Yeah, I mean, and then I've seen people, like I've seen reports, like news reporters go into hospitals where their loved one, wife, husband, kids died from COVID, and then they still wouldn't get vaccinated and still wouldn't. But anyways, that's for some reason that's a political argument now, so I'm gonna let it go. Yeah. Leave this conversation. Yeah. No, this is not right. I didn't get into their tournament because I wasn't good enough. I wasn't good enough. I wasn't brave enough, and I was going the opposite of that Saturday Night Live sketch with Al Franklin. You good enough? I forget how it goes.
200 yards out. Just
All right, so wind is okay. It's leaning right, so we're gonna go just a little bit this way, right there, and then we're gonna hit it hard.
for the 5-wood.
Did you finally watch the direct? I lost interest. I lost interest because from what I've heard of it, it's nothing super exciting.
We'll take it. Lining up the bird.
At least for my thing. So whenever they talk about, so I know that the Zelda 2 is coming. So if I watch it, it's gonna be for that. But oh no, I'm not strong enough. Get in. All right.
Well done.
But if I watch it, it's gonna be for that or any kind of,
Everyone else, now number 1.
I don't know. Like I said, for some reason, I don't understand why, but I'm more of a Stadia nerd than a Switch nerd, a Nintendo nerd. But yeah, maybe I'll look for the trailer for a Breath of the Wild 2. Does it look much different? Because if it's coming out on the same Switch, it doesn't seem like the graphics are gonna go too far up above and beyond. You know what I mean?
Well, this one looks to be heading down the runway.
AJ So Cool 32 invited me to a party. A Kirby fan?
This shot
Yeah, I'm not a Kirby fan. I mean, I'm not a Kirby fan. I'm just I can't remember when I played Kirby. And it takes two. Was it takes two was in it? Only play Animal Crossing anyways. Yeah. I do recommend, well, do you only play the Animal Crossing type games, Michelle? Because Breath of the Wild is actually pretty good, but it's more of an adventure game, and then you need a little bit more of a controller knowledge. No, what's the word? You need to be able to like press some buttons quickly in succession to be able to get some of the missions. But it is nice. It has a nice little vibe to it. Oh, get in again. And
this putt coming up for his par.
I'm struggling. Just Animal Crossing? Yeah. So you're just gonna wait for the next one to come up? Because did you ever finish the Paradise Homes? I'll probably go back to that. Wants me in Kai. So what about this Saturday? How do you want to handle this Saturday? You want to do a new one with easier items? Do you want to do something else? I think that's risky right there. What if I go here? No. Seems like everything's going to the right, huh? Let's go here. See if we can get that. Bam.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron.
Oh, if it get in. Oh.
Outstanding approach shot.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
Nice. So about Saturday, I'm delivering a kitten to DC, so I actually won't be in town. Can we? Yeah, anytime is okay. Anytime. I'm probably just gonna jump on and do some more multiplayer games on the Switch. See who wants to jump in. But yeah, just let me know. I have the new Lego Star Wars game. Have you played it? Only 3 houses. Oh, maybe you can go back to that, doing those. I need to broaden my horizons. I see what you did there. You need old horizons. Oh wait, no, that you need new horizons. That's what I meant to say. It's pretty good. Okay, is it like does it lean more towards a kids game, or is it pretty much for anybody? I do plan to finish. I might do Breath of the Wild on Saturday then. I have been trying to stream it, but I only have the one day for the Nintendo, so to stream on the Nintendo, so we'll see. Wheeler liked it, the Lego games. Noise. I'm thinking about buying used Nintendo Switch games off of like eBay and Amazon when they sell them in bulk, just to make a video out of it. But I don't know how smart that is. Because what if I spend, $300 and then one game works? Especially with my... Actually, you know what I want to do? I'm going to send my Switch to get fixed after Saturday's stream. Yeah. Oh, but then if I do that, then we can't... It's going to take at least a month. Ooh. I gotta think about that. But yeah, I gotta fix that. The cartridge is not working. Like, I have to put it in and out a bunch of times for it to work. Oh, that was dumb. I can't multitask. It seems like it's leaning this way. Still weak. Get in. Oh. But yeah, I need to get that cartridge thing fixed because otherwise, the actual games that I have, I won't be able to play. That almost went too far, right? I have all the Lego games for the DS. Oh, nice. It's not broken, but when I put in Breath of the Wild and that's why I bought the digital version of Animal Crossing for like the third time. I mean, I bought 2 cartridges and then I had to buy a digital download. Because when I put in the cartridge, it's like back in the days with the old school Nintendos. You know, you have to blow on it and like try to push it in and out, in and out. That's what I've been having to do with the Switch for the cartridges, and it gets old. You know what I mean? Sometimes it takes a couple of times. Sometimes it doesn't work at all. So it needs to get replaced. I've Googled it, and it's an issue that they have to replace, because some cartridges work but some don't. And I'm like, well, if some of them work, that means the cartridge thing is still good, right? No, oops, actually let me check that again. I didn't check. It's gonna roll down, so we go like that. Let's see if we get this. People clown. Oh, nice. People clown me, but I only buy cloud games, digital downloads. Yeah, so the only thing I don't like about that is that if we have 2 switches, then you can't share them, unless, because you can only have 1 account per switch, right? Boo. Oh, wow. And so, like, if I want to play, so my wife bought the digital version of Minecraft, and so they have to play it on the big Switch. Because is there a way to put it on in the Switch Lite if it's digital? So you can yeah. So the good thing about physical is that you can borrow people's games. You know what I mean? Like if you're not using them, you can let your friend borrow that one, and then you can oh, what is that? And then you can borrow one of theirs. I can't tell how far I should go. I'm just gonna wing it. Oh, if it goes in, I'm gonna be shot. Okay. I don't even know how far. What is this? We got 4 more holes. -5. That's not bad. I wish I think it has to do with your account. Yeah, I think you can only if I buy. Wait, what do you mean? Yeah, so I bought my wife bought Minecraft under my account. So for me to install it on my other Switch, I would have to put my account on that Switch, which wouldn't it kick me out of my first account? Michelle, how do you do it? Do you have 2 different accounts for your 2 different Switches? Or do you use one of your kids' names for the other Switch? Bam!
Looks like they've got the 5-wood.
You know what I mean? Oh my gosh! That was so close! A little bit left and back, and it would have gone in. And the others is different. Oh, you have 3. Oh my gosh. I have the same account for 3 Switches. Can you download? Do you have physical copies or you have downloadable copies? Can you download the one game that you bought on all 3 of them?
Let's return to
Or how does it work?
currently -5.
Because if that's the case, I can just add my account to the small Switch and then download Minecraft there, and my kids should be able to play with my account or my wife's account, right? Roy, something like that. Oh, how come? Okay, should I risk? Let's go for this. Let's go for this one. So quiet. Get it. Nice. You know what I'm saying? I have the same. I have one downloadable, but it's on 2 switches. Oh, so you can do that. So because you have the same account on both switches, you can download it. So if you have 10 switches, can you use the same account and download and the one gameplay being played on 10 switches? How does that work? I have one downloadable, but it's I gotta figure that out. I believe so. Don't quote me. Okay, I'm gonna Google that. I'm gonna see if I can do it. That way I can just add my account to the small, because right now it only has my wife's account because it was supposed to be her Switch that she never uses. And she did the same thing with the Nintendo DS too. She's like, I want it. So we went to Japan. She bought the DS. She bought like 5 games. Played one game for a month and then just sat there. And we ended up giving it away. It was a Japanese version too, so somebody had to be Japanese, otherwise they wouldn't be able to what do you call it? Use the games from the region. I feel like I did this hole before.
Just needs a little bit more of a kick to the right.
Bam. Stop. Megatron's in the house. What's up? Thank you for stopping by. I was watching you earlier on the Valhalla. Oh yeah, you knew that. I did say something this time. Yeah. Normally I just normally I would lurk, and then for a little while I would start chatting, and then I'm kind of back to lurking for whatever reason. I need to boost my confidence level up a little bit. Too many Twitter fights. Oh my gosh, how many times is that gonna happen? Is that Michelle? That's not my Meg. That's a different Meg. That's a famous Meg. With Happy Homes. Hey Meg. I think she said she said she only did two homes. Work that drained me. Yeah, but you work from home though, so can you just take a nap for during lunch? Not Fried Kai. I want Disco KK. Disco KK is my fave. What's Disco KK? The song? Yeah. Oh, that's right, Michelle. You were here, yeah. Lurkers and chatters are equally loved. Yeah, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. I mean, sometimes I've seen like it says 0 viewer, like at the beginning of the stream it says 0 viewers. Man, I'm talking to 1,000 people in my mind, you know, because somebody's gonna go back and at least watch the beginning. That would have been a nice one to hold. Oh my gosh, these putts are killing me. And watch me overhit it. Oh man, up in -5. How do these guys get like 80 and -80 in 4 different rounds? It's crazy.
And now on the tee, coming off a bogey, trying to reclaim some momentum.
Okay, so can I go farther?
What's the strategy? What's going on through their mind? Attack it or lay back?
You think I can hit it here? I mean, it's going downhill, so what if I hit this grass here? It's gonna go to the right, but it's not gonna curve to the right, so maybe here. Let's see what happens. We just, you know what? Go big or go home, yeah? If you can't stand the heat, bounce forward, yes. Okay, and creep down. Okay. All right. Not too bad.
Rich. That's impressive.
It is impressive. Thank you.
Taking out the big stick and going ahead and walloping it right onto the green.
Taking out the big stick, he said. Family friendly, guys. Family friendly. So this is where I got confused last time. So if it's there, if I'm looking at the arrow where it says 11 feet and then the line. So if it's center, if nothing changes, it goes straight in. But if the way it is now, the way it's curving, it's going to curve to the right. So that means I need to go left. But it's going to curve, right? Oh, man. You know what? I'm not going to overanalyze it. I'm just going to try to match that. I think that's right. That's why I messed it up. Never mind. Never mind. So last time I did the opposite of what I just did, and it went farther the other way. This time I didn't do enough, and it was, and it did the opposite. Oh, what am I doing? I'm confusing myself right there. What happened? Get in. Oh my gosh. Man, boo. Yeah, golf. Oh, at least it's, I talk so much it exhausts my household members. Part of the reason I started streaming. Yeah, my daughter's gonna be like that. My little one, oh my gosh, man. She just can't stop talking. Like, I can be doing something. She knows I have these headphones. She's literally right next to me, just continuing to talk, and I'm like, oh my gosh. It's not like I don't want to listen. It's just that there's only so much that so long that I can listen for. Love that your family is involved too. Actually, they're involved in pushing her away into streaming, right? This game looks so much more relaxing than golf with friends. Yeah. It was coincidence that I was in that mood today. The only golf game I've played recently. Yeah, even that one is super frustrating. Golf with friends, especially when you have a bunch of people like destroying your scores. You have to curve the left and then count steps. You have to curve left and then count steps forward, like the lines. Have you ever gotten a hole-in-one? No, I almost had a hole-in-two, but no hole-in-one yet. That was me as a kid. Play the silent game with her. Whoever speaks first loses. It worked on me as a child. Yeah, we tried doing that and she can't. She loses within 5 seconds. Best golf game on Stadia, hands down. Oh yeah, it says the champion over there. Welcome, Wilson. Welcome. Thank you for stopping by. This is gonna be my last round. I think I'm in like hole 17 or something. But I'm gonna see if I can find, once we're done here, I'm gonna see if I can find somebody that we can raid. So I looked at my settings, Meg, and I had it set so that anybody that I'm subscribed to can raid, can stream, direct stream. And I'm subscribed to your channel because I get notifications when you go live. And I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it to, no, wait. So I had it, so it should have worked when you did it, when you tried to do it, but I don't know why. I don't know. I couldn't find it. That's what I was trying to say. I couldn't find any settings that could have been throwing me off from that. You know what I mean? But I made it so that anybody that I'm subscribed to, oh man, can raid me. If I get this up and down, I could take the title. Oh, is this the last round? It is the last hole, huh?
Yes.
He sounds like rock with a less steep voice. Lovely touch. Oh, I won? How did I win? I set it to normal mode.
They're confused about everything right now. I tell you.
Have you guys noticed that they use they? Just in case it's a male or female character, they wouldn't have to like re-record the whole thing. That's too funny. Best golf game, hole in 2, yeah.
This is Rich.
There we go. Fur collector.
Their first ever PGA
That is weird, but I had that issue with another streamer. I will keep trying until it works. Yeah, so
To it on behalf of Rich.
I unchecked it, and then I checked it again, and then I added some channels. Can't remember which ones. I ran out of time. But that is, oh, look at that. Oh, is this because I won something? Nice. All right, so that's gonna be it. But like I said, I'm gonna try my best to remember. The problem is not that I don't want to raid, it's that I always forget. So right now it says you're live, but I'm assuming that was from, I gotta refresh. And then I think Lo-Fi went live. So we got OB. Oh, OB is keeping a similar schedule. Okay, so we'll go ahead and hit OB up again. He was on yesterday. He's having a whatever Wednesday, so we're gonna see if we can hit him up since we got plenty of people right now. So I gotta copy his thing. I have to go to my edit and where's it go? Customization, redirect. I'm gonna put his video on here. Yeah, okay, so it should work. All right, so it worked last time with him, so I gotta ask him how he got it to work because mine wasn't working. So I think he's just it looks like he's just playing what's the British girl, Tomb Raider, and that dude has tons of energy, man. Oh my goodness, like he's not that young either, so how somebody can maintain that much energy at that age, it's beyond me. But thanks everybody for hanging out. I appreciate it. I like that everybody showed up at the end to support the channel of the British girl. Yeah. I mean, she's British, right? But stay tuned. My end credit is going to show up for about a second before you get sent over to OB's channel. All right. Thanks everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe we can play again next time, and I'll see you. Bye. Deuces.